Well, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to Strongman Personal Finance. We have a very important video today. We're going to talk about the futility of individual stock picking over long periods of time, and also the futility of playing earnings. Now, I see all these YouTube geniuses. They all have their opinions on whether you should buy or sell a stock before earnings. And I see all these options trading degenerate clowns that are so convinced about where a stock is going to go. And guess what? It's a coin flip. And if they win the coin flip, they pretend they're geniuses. And when they lose the coin flip, oops, I forgot about it. Let me delete the video in my post. So we're going to go check out two earnings. We're going to look at Tesla stock, my favorite stock on the planet, and Meta stock. They both reported earnings this previous week. One stock vertical lined up and one stock vertical lined down. Now, we know that these are two or some of the most popular stocks on YouTube. Everybody loves large cap tech, okay? The Magnificent Seven, Apple, Microsoft, Meta, blah, 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 Tesla. These are the big popular stocks that are basically driving most of the returns of the S&P 500. So if you're an S&P 500 investor, you're probably just better off in QQQ, in my opinion, but whatever. Anyway, we got two lines here. Okay, we got a blue line that's going up in a vertical line, and then we got a green line that is going down in a vertical line. Can you guess which one is Tesla? And can you guess which one is Meta? That's right. Tesla announced their earnings, and it vertical lined. Meta announced their earnings, and it went down in a vertical line. Now, the question is, why did this happen? Well, some people will say, well, the guidance that was given was better on one call than the other. But if you were a common sense person, right, and you just looked at this without knowing any information, you probably would have received, or you probably would get the impression that the stock that went down in a vertical line probably had horrible earnings. They missed on the top and bottom line. And the stock that went up a lot, vertical lined up, probably had great earnings and great revenue beat, right? That's what you would think. Well, it's actually the exact opposite. Tesla, I believe, missed revenue and earnings massively, and Meta beat. But according to some people's theories, Elon Musk sold the cheap car better. Elon Musk went on the conference call and blah, 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 blah. And the reason Meta went down is because they gave soft guidance like your schlong. I don't buy any of those theories. You know what I think happened? I think randomness happened. That's right. We exist in a world where there's millions of different actors looking at individual stocks, and each of them has their own opinion on what's good and what's bad. And you, who thinks things are so easy and common sense, you could just look and say, well, Tesla is going to have a really bad earnings, so therefore the stock's going to go down. And you think that's the common sense approach, when in reality, you're just guessing, okay? So I always ask people, do you really think you're good at picking stocks? Do you really think you're good at playing earnings? Or were you just lucky? Because it seems random to me. I see companies that miss on everything in vertical line, like Tesla. I see things that do great, like Meta, and they go down. It makes no sense. It's random, okay? And we're going to show you how clownish this actually is. Let me make sure I'm sharing my screen. This is how clownish this actually is. So we've already covered Tesla, okay? But we're going to do it very briefly. So Tesla's automotive revenues are down 13% year over year. Energy storage is only up 7%. Total revenues are down negative 9%. So they have decreasing revenues, and their income from operations has dropped 56%. They had negative free cash flow. They spent more on, they received a little bit of cash in their operations, not much. And they spent a bunch of money in capital expenditures. Their free cash flow was negative 2.5 billion, a decrease of negative 674%. And no, I did not stutter there. Doesn't that sound freaking awful? Everything was bad. Everything. This is abysmal. This is nuclear catastrophic. Tesla should be dropping straight down in a vertical line. Okay. Everything is garbage. But of course, Elon did his thing apparently. Meta, let's go look at Meta's earnings. So advertising revenue by user geography, 35.6 billion. This is for the Q1 of 2024 compared to Q1 of 2023, 28 billion. So they went from 28 billion of revenue to 35 billion of revenue. Tesla had negative 9% revenue. Okay, so Meta had very strong revenue growth. Revenue by user, okay, they break that down. Segment results, okay, they basically split into advertising, which is the vast majority of their revenue by leaps and bounds. And then they have and then they have Reality Labs, which is their little clownish goggles that they're making. And they lay out everything perfectly. So even despite losing billions of dollars on Reality Labs, they're still profitable, very profitable, because they make so much freaking money from advertising. They have super high margins. Their operating margin was 38%. If you compare that to Q1 of last year, it was 25%. Okay. That's a pretty significant increase in operating margin. Their operating profit went from 11 billion to 17 billion. Okay, that's huge. That's like over 50% growth, right? That's pretty incredible revenue or profit growth. Tesla's profit went down 50%. Meta's went up 50%. But of course, Tesla vertical lines to the moon, right? Oh, I can play stocks, bro. Meta's cut their expenses as a percentage of revenue. That's why they're more profitable. Duh. Net income has exploded. Okay, look at the net income. So for Q1 of 2023, they had net income of 5.7 billion, and now they have net income of 12.3 billion. Their income more than doubled. Their net income, their bottom line profit more than doubled. What did Tesla's do? It dropped massively. How much did Tesla's net income drop? What is this stupid garbage? Let's see. Net income, negative 55%. Do you see how stupid individual stock investing is? It's clownery to the highest degree. And you're even more dumb playing earnings. Okay. Earnings per share up, capital expenditure. So Meta, obviously, they're dumping money into, whatever they're freaking investing in. Family daily active people. So this is the amount of users that are active daily on their apps. Oh, there's only 3.2 users, right? No, that's 3.24 billion people using Meta, one of their apps, at least, daily. Compare that to 3 billion, 3.02 billion. So that's an increase of over 200 million people that they've added as users of their apps. That's right. Facebook, Instagram, Messenger, and WhatsApp. Wow. So what is Tesla's delivery? Well, Meta's massively expanding revenues. They're massively expanding operating income. They're expanding users for a massive company. They added 200 million people. What did Tesla do? Let's see. Where are their deliveries? Their deliveries went negative. That's right. They delivered fewer cars than the same quarter of the prior year. Here it is. Okay, Q1 2023. So Q1 2023 is right here. Let's see if we can zoom in a little bit. This is Q1 of 2023. And then we can see a drop in deliveries. That's right. They're selling less cars than they were last year. Facebook added 200 million users. Wow. And on top of that, the revenue per user went up. That's freaking insane. Okay. I just don't know what to tell you people. You really think you can play this game in the long run? You really think you can play this game in the long run and win? Look at their cash flow. Look at Meta's free cash flow. $12 billion of free cash flow. So if you bought the whole company in this quarter, you would have got $12.5 billion of free cash flow, as opposed to negative $2.5 billion. That's a $15 billion delta between Tesla's negative free cash flow and Meta's positive free cash. Oh, but, I knew that was going to happen. See, I see all these clowns on Twitter, They're like, oh, well, see, everybody was expecting Tesla's earnings to be so bad that they, it actually vertical line because the earnings weren't as bad. Like, these people pretend like they know. They don't. Okay. And everybody's excuses, oh, well, it's all about the future. Okay, so Elon Musk can, just have a good phone call and just make up a bunch of lies and false promises. And that's all it takes for the stock to vertical line. You think this is a game you can play? This is such a freaking joke. Okay. Let's do some comments. Greetings, strongman and all. Nice to catch a live stream. Oh, I might do a few more. Short squeezed. Oh, and that's another one. Everybody blames short squeeze. Everybody blames the short squeeze. It's random. You don't know where these stocks are going to go in earnings. And if you win playing earnings, oh, you're such a genius. And if you lose playing earnings, well, then just ignore it. That's how this clown world works. Zoom out 12 months and the chart tells a different story. Oh, no. I mean, like, obviously, Meta's up massively and Tesla's dropped. But these people, they think they can, like, predict these events and play these events. And it's just all freaking random. Zuck ripped off the Winklevoss. That's old news. Strawman, did you see what happened to Farfetch? Yeah, didn't it go bankrupt? Invest in VT, you can still afford a haircut. Looking sharp. Thank you very much. I think it does a good haircut. I think I look very sexy. Thank you. You're looking into the future. That's what the stocks are projecting. Of course. Of course. It's the future, bro. I mean, obviously, Elon's not lying. Meta went up because they fired so many employees there. I mean, like, that's part of working. That's part of business. People get fired. Companies aren't charities. Earnings trades can bite hard. Exactly. It's going to be like Elizabeth Holmes. Say what you will about Meta and NVIDIA. They're good, solid companies. Tesla's valuation is based on fairy dust and leprechaun. Oh, Tesla is the biggest fraud I've ever seen in my life. Like, it's incredible the amount of lies that clown Elon gets away with. Tesla stock going nowhere since 2021. And that's when all the clowns freaking bought it. Oh, I'm such a genius, bro. My strategy is to buy high and sell low. I think you'll do good. You should keep that up. Base stock has doubled in the last 2 years because there's a you-know-what on. Maybe Tesla should make boobity-boobities. We'll see. Good fade, good fade. Thank you very much. The lady on the base did very well. I'm very proud of her. I gave her $20. The haircut was only 15. I gave her $20. Well, plus I don't want to wait for her to give me freaking change. I was like, here, take the 20. And of course, they only take cash, probably because they're grifting. They don't want to pay tax. But that's my thoughts, okay? Don't play this stupid game. It's all freaking BS and garbage. Basically, it's a bunch of CEOs trying to lie as much as possible and pump their stock as long as they possibly can. All right, talk to you later. Cheers.